What's up, everyone? It is Ray here again. Continuing on with my build a week deal. I know it hasn't been quite a week, but I came across this really awesome idea for a coil on a group called the Builder Bar. On the Builder Bar, it was a guy by the name of, let me check this real quick. I believe his name was Ken. Sorry, I should have had this pulled up, shouldn't I? Yes, Ray, you should have. Excuse me. His name, Kent Hill. His name was Kent Hill. All right. He came up with a design very similar to the Clapton coil, but a little bit more beastly, and two little small changes to the Clapton coil. And this is a wickless coil. Yes. Wickless. There's no wick. None at all. It is purely just coil. So we're going to go ahead and do a tutorial on this. I tried it last night, and holy cow, it works great. Let me zoom in here. Can you see that? This is a wickless coil. That's right. Nothing goes in there. I'm going to be building this on the IGO-W. And just so you know, you will need a few extra tools for this build. For one, you're going to need a drill. He said that he was able to get his coils through the stock air hole or the stock post holes of the IGO-W. I had to drill mine out. I drilled out my post holes to a 1/16 inch drill bit, which is not hard. It's very easy. It's a lot harder to drill out the top cap than it is to do this. So instead of me babbling, let's go ahead and start this off. First thing you need is some 24 gauge. 24 gauge wire. All right, we'll pull off a decent amount. I'm not going to do too much because I built a ton of this wire yesterday. A bunch of it. But for the purposes of this video, we'll go ahead and build a little bit more just to show you how it's done. All right. So here we go. Here's the 24. Let's fold it. Fold it. Try and twist it up here. There we go. One thing I do when I'm drilling, I like using these hooks. These hooks, which, you know, most people just have these kind of hanging around the house, or you can pick them up at the grocery store or wherever you're at. You don't have to go anywhere special for it. And you hook your wire right on. It doesn't slide off. So let me move this down so you can kind of see my fat belly and what I'm doing here. All right. Grab your needle nose. I like to pull it as tight as I can, so that way it's nice and clean. And then you drill. And it flew away. Where'd it go? Are you kidding? Where the fuck did it go? Okay, so that took me about 10 minutes to find this. But there it is. This is the 24, twisted 24 gauge right here. See? Nice and tight. Crazy. It just went flying at both ends and broke off here, and like flew this way, ended up over here. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I found it. Now we'll go into a more up-close mode, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so now, next thing we do, take that out. Now we take our piece of twisted 24, insert it right in the middle here. I'm going to put too much in there. Just enough. And then once I get that in there kind of tight, you don't want to tighten it all the way. Then you take some 28 gauge, untwisted. All right, here's some 28 gauge. and you slide it in on one of these little arms here and try and get it to tighten up, which it's not. Basically, I'm sort of failing at it right now. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. Tighten this down as much as possible. And it still doesn't work. It's not the easiest thing to do since you're now trying to put the 28 mixed in here with this twisted 24. Alright, just double check which way we're turning here. And then you want to get it started. A couple twists in there. And this is just like the Clapton coil now, except you're not going so close together. The Clapton coil, they were touching. These are actually separated. And then I kind of hold it similar to this. See if I can do this on camera. This is my first time trying this on camera. And you start real slow. And we want it a little bit tighter than that. Let's go ahead and tighten this up a little bit here. If I can. Yeah, I can. Let's see. Kind of comes off a little weird at first, but there we go. That's about where I want it. And you just do this nice and slow all the way through. You could see I was all sloppy in the beginning, but it starts to, you find your groove, and it works fine. Okay, so that's it. Go ahead and take this out. Sorry. All right, now we got all that junky stuff right there. But I can just cut that off and show you. Look at that. Nice and uniform all the way through. And you only need to make the one coil. You're not going to get two coils in there. All right. So now we're going to go into super up close mode, into build mode. And we'll go ahead and build this wickless coil. All right. Let me go ahead and show you this real quick. Let me get it really up close here. If you could see there, I drilled out my post holes. I made them 1/16, so that way this coil will fit, because it's a pretty beefy coil. All right, so now I'll show you how to build it. First thing I do here is I'll find where kind of the messed up end is, and I'll cut it right there. And at the end here, cut here as well. Go. And this is only 4 wraps. All right, you could try 5 if you want to go a little bit higher and give it a shot. But I was using my typical micro coil building tool. If you've watched my videos, my 1.5mm Allen wrench. So go ahead and wrap a 4 wrap micro coil. One, and this stuff is sturdy. There we go. Kind of smash it in there a little bit. You do want this to be spaced out. This isn't your typical micro coil where they're going to touch. You want these to be just a little bit spaced out. That's probably good like that. See how that is? I do like them to be a little bit straighter. But we'll play with that once we insert it into the IGO-W. See? Not bad looking. Let's go ahead and cut off this piece here. You don't want your legs that long either. I think I just lost the wire again. Nope, there it is. Still got it. Alright, the next thing I do, I guess I can leave it in there, is I try and find the end of that 28. Alright, so I had to pull it towards me so I could see. And I started this so I could unwrap the 28. And I just unwrap it till I get to the actual coil. Sorry for bumping the camera. Some really up close stuff going on right here. There we go. The same on this side. Perfect. Then I'll take my needle nose pliers and I'll straighten it out as much as I can. Cut off most of the excess, leave a little bit more than the actual leg. Again, this helps when inserting it, right? To make things easier, since this is still all kind of wacky, I go through with my pliers and straighten out the wire, the 28 gauge, as much as I can. You do this so it'll fit a lot easier. I don't really want to drill out my post holes any more than is necessary. There we go. Looks pretty nice, right? Do it with the other side. So now we got this going. Make sure they're lined up nice. And we're going to go ahead and put these wonderful wickless coil into the device. Alright, pull them in tight, because this is a pretty wide coil here. Alright, looks like my center is good. So we'll put the screw in. Okay, that actually looks pretty darn good. And I think what happened was my my center post sort of spun since I cranked down a little too hard, but that actually worked out better because now it is right in the middle of the drip well. So we'll just go ahead and tighten this screw down. And now, sorry for the shadows, make sure you're as close to the bottom as you can get without actually touching the bottom. We don't want any contact, just like a normal coil, with any of the metal parts. That looks pretty darn good. No, I am touching. That's one thing you definitely gotta watch out for. Make sure we're clear, not touching any of the posts. Clean it up a little bit. Now let's see what we got. A 0.24. Not too bad, right? A gnarly single coil wickless coil. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut off these leads. We're not putting any wick in here. We'll come back up to normal mode and I'll show you how it works. Okay, here we are. We're back into regular mode. So now I'll show you our next step here. We're going to pulse this and make sure everything looks good. Oh, it's firing just right. Look at that. All right. Now, I do a little finagling right now. I kind of go through with my tweezers, which are somewhere lost in my disaster of a build desk. There they are. And as I'm pulsing it and getting it up to fire, I sort of even everything out. Oh, this coil looks so cool when it's all firing up like that too. This one came out pretty darn perfect. I don't think I need to do much. Just making everything even, yeah. Yeah, I think we're good. God, that's a beastly little wickless thing. Now, the moment of truth. I'm going to show you how it performs. I'm using some of this Till Death vapes that I got from Steven. It's I love you cherry much. Oh, did you hear that? Word of advice though, before I go into this any further, I need to show you, because when I did this yesterday, I wasn't paying attention, and there's no wick, so there's nothing to soak up the juice, all right? This is not your all-day vape. This is not something you're carrying around in your pocket and using as a regular thing and dripping. I mean, you're going to get 5, 6, 7 hits off of it at a time, but this can happen. You see that? That is a nasty, nasty juice burn that I received last night while trying to make a little quick video to show, you know, the Cotton Collective and the Builder Bar groups about this. As a little sneak peek, I burnt the crap out of my finger because there's just nothing there to sop it up. And you can fill this thing up with juice, you know, as much as your dripper, your drip well can hold. Good to go. This also will get your atomizer really hot. So I suggest using, like, you know, Darylin tips. And if you didn't already know, this is on the IGO-W. All right. So you line up your air hole. Or actually, what am I doing? I didn't even show you how it works. Look how it's firing. It's not turning red. It's just boiling up that juice. Just boiling up that juice. Right. This is when you be very careful, because that is some hot juice in there. All right. So I just fired it. You saw that it was foam vapor. Now watch this. No dry hit. No dry hit. Still no dry hit. And I'm getting nothing but flavor. Nothing but flavor. And when you start running low on juice, since you filled up your drip well, you just kind of tilt it a little bit. And that's it. Like you saw right there, I took quite a few hits. I was getting plenty of vapor. You saw that. And there's actually just a little bit more juice in there. Look at this. It's still going. It is still going. When is it going to turn red? Keep watching. There it goes. Once it finally gets rid of all that juice, then it starts to turn red. So me personally, what I really like this and will use this for, I mean, this is to me a game changer build. Game changer build. Major props to Kent. I mean, this was smart. This is genius right here. I mean, no more like when you buy a bunch of different juices, or say you're going to your local vape shop and they allow you to drip juice to test it. You can bring this coil with you, put a couple drips on there, fire it up, take a couple toots. If you like it, vape it all. If you don't, just dry fire it. Your next one, just dry fire it. Clean all that juice out. You don't need to have silica. You don't need to have cotton. You don't have to worry about your flavors like blending together while you're using this coil. You burn it out, go to the next one. And all you get is pure flavor. There's nothing else there to impede the flavor of whatever juice you're using. I guarantee you this is my new build for my juice reviews. So from here on out, I'm using Kent Hill's Wickless Coil for my juice reviews. No doubt. I mean, super easy. And it works great. So there you go. That's the tutorial. This was my next entry into the Build a Week segment, I guess you would call it, for my YouTube channel. Even though it's only been, 6 days? Whatever. Has it? No, it's been like 5 days. I think I did one on Monday, right? Whatever. I like this build so much that I had to put it out there. I wanted to show you guys how it's done. And there you go. It's there. So I'm done. I'm Ray. This is my channel. Please subscribe if you like these videos and you want to see more. I love getting more and more subscriptions every day, and hopefully I can get some giveaways sometime soon. But when I do, I will be giving back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching again, and as always, vape on.